How's it? Today we are talking about one of Sir Isaac Newton's discoveries, and that is color. Color is all around us. You have cool colors and warm colors. We have primary colors, which consist of blue, yellow, and red. And if you take a blue and a yellow, combine them together, you get a orange. Speaking of yellow, what do you call cheese that's not your cheese? That's nacho cheese. So get your own cheese. If you combine red and blue, you don't get yellow, you get violet. So you can mix those colors together, tertiary colors with a mixture of your secondary and primary colors. Now, how are we going to apply these colors? We're going to create color harmonies. There's basically a set guideline of rules for making colors that have them pleasing to the eye, because we usually can't just guess and choose the right colors that mesh well together. To do this, we're going to use a program called Kuler. So what you can do is open Kuler, click on Create New Color Scheme, and here we go. So first one we're going to make is monochromatic. This is usually based on one color and with different shades of colors of that one color. So for example, you want to click on just monochromatic, and then notice how you can choose your color by spinning this wheel around. Move it in if you want it lighter colors, out if you want it darker colors. Let's just use 3 colors, so you can remove one of the colors, set the middle one as your base color, and then you can move along the side. Now since we're talking about cheese today, I'm going to use some yellow and choose a path that I want. Okay. When you're finished with a scheme, and again, try to choose a scheme that you think would work well with a product design that you may be designing. And so here's some RGB and CMYK numbers, which I'll explain later, but you're basically going to take a screenshot showing this. Oh, and don't forget the title. So we're doing monochromatic, so make sure you put monochromatic, and then if you've registered, you can save if it lets you. So then take a screenshot and then show those CMYK and RGB numbers, and then we can go on to the next one. So the next one that we're going to do is complementary. Now, complementary are 2 colors on the opposite sides of the spectrum. So click on complementary, and then go ahead and choose one that works well. And notice the middle one is going to be this one. You can move this middle one to decide the complementary color along that same parallel line. Okay, so this is really good if you want some vibrant colors with full saturation. Okay, another one is analogous. I like analogous because the colors are similar, so they have a good feel to it. So you can spread them out. Don't spread them out too much. Keep them kind of close together, but just spin the big arrow and find one that you like, and then make sure that you've titled it as well and screenshot it. So it's really, you see this in nature a lot of different shades of colors. Should be very pleasing to the eye and usually kind of soft. Another one is triadic, and so we're going to use this one, or triad is how they sometimes say it. To do this one, add a color. So you'll get 3 colors, and you can decide how light and dark. Now, as you can see, there's 4 colors, but I want you to concentrate more on just 3 colors. So for your 4th color, just put in the middle, so it's a gray, and then do Command-Shift-4 and put on those 4 colors right there. When you get a triangle or a split complementary, so for this one, you're going to have to do a custom. Okay. Now what you want to do is position these so that they're somewhat close together. Now don't have them in the same color category, but kind of skip a color in between, just like the example. Notice how they have purple and orange and it skips the red. You kind of want to do that. So you could choose like a light blue and a dark blue and skip the medium blue and have it with an orange. So that would work well together. So I could do something like that. And again, just keep the fourth color neutral so you can concentrate on those colors. I'm going to go here. Keep that one neutral. Okay, and then screenshot that. This one is the most popular, so I would really suggest using that one the most. Can't go wrong with that one in most cases. Make sure you're always using a good base color. This base color has to really have a strong feel to it. And then there's a double complementary where you're going to use 4 colors. So now we can extend this one out. And for complementary, for this one, you can do custom and then arrange it so they're opposite sides of each other, and then decide on the colors. Okay, next we're going to create a color from an image. Now nature can really give us a lot of good insight on colors. So what you're going to do is hit upload an image and then find an image that you want to work with. I'm going to go ahead and use more of a nature one. Picture I took in Hawaii. Okay, so I'm going to open that one. Okay, and notice now the colors that it gives me. So there's a lot of earthly tones in here. So if I want to change a color, I can just click on the circles and it changes it for me. So notice I get a few variations of yellow compared to the picture here, and as you can see, the sun changes it for me. So I really like this palette. It has a really good mood. If I did something, the surfer guy, something more artificial combined with nature, notice that it worked well also combining the two. So go ahead and just title that color by picture and then screenshot, and you can save if you want. But that's a really good feature you have for that. Now what you're going to do is, that was practice. So now you're going to go bit.ly/colorcal. You're going to click on this launch calculator. It asks you to sign up, but you can just put in any information you want just to get through it. And then once you launch it, you'll have something like this. Now you don't have to use the same, and this is by Sessions College. And you don't have to use the same colors that you used before. That's kind of like practice. Now you're going to choose kind of like a color scheme that you want to go with for your design. So like it recommended, you can't go wrong with triangle. You can try some of the other ones, but why I like this one, this little color calculator, is that because of this design thing. Colors, certain colors mesh well together. Some of them do not. For example, especially when you get reds in there, sometimes reds look well with certain colors and some not. So you can mix it in different ways of looking at it and of blending it to see if those colors will really mesh well together. Now don't forget, you need to look at your saturation levels and also your lightness levels. So change those according to the look and feel that you want of them. And then when you get something that you kind of like, and you're like, hey, I like that, go ahead and take a screenshot, of this, and then note these values. Notice this is the value of the blue that it's using. It's 75, 123, 199. So what I can do is, and I can save that if I want to on the clipboard, when I open up an Illustrator, if I want to make a new drawing, let's say I want to fill my product with 3 different colors, and I'm going to go ahead and you have your color swatches here, right? So if I choose a color, so let's go ahead and choose one of these squares, and I fill this in a color. not red because I don't like red. You'll notice that it has 3 numbers to it. Now notice this is RGB. Whenever you create a new document, you're given the choice, if you go to advanced mode, color mode, RGB, CMYK. CMYK is if you're preparing something for print, because color printing is a lot different than the way color we see on the computer screens. I mean, one's physical and ink, and the other is computer and different electron are pulsing to give us that picture. So there's 2 different ways of seeing the color. Now, if you do CMYK and you design it, it's going to try its best to match the color accordingly. But if you do RGB and you print it, it's going to maybe be a little bit dull. So if you create something in CMYK in Illustrator and upload it maybe to the web, it may come out as a dull colors, because that's what it does. If it's done in CMYK and you upload it as RGB. So if it's just for the web or your computer, RGB is fine. If you want to change it later, you just go to File, Color Mode, and then you can change it right here. So let's say I have my color and I want to create that blue right here. So right now I have 75, 123, 199. So what I can do is go up here and go to new swatch, and then I can just enter in those numbers. So that was 75, 123, and 199. Okay, and notice that I created this swatch right here. So now I can just use that swatch, and it created the same swatch.